Hey, how you doing? My name's Anthony, and I'm the creator and founder of a neat bit of kit called Tile. So I'm just going to walk you through one of the processes of bringing your existing workflow over to Tile, just to make it seamless. So I'll kind of go through what we've got just to show you what's involved. So setting up a new project is as easy as dragging in your inquiry, grout the AI agent behind it. It kind of scrapes the data, contact details, who's the client. And then what it does is it looks at your back catalogue of work that's in the grout library and basically generates you a quote within a minute. So it looks at all of your previous projects, tries to find ones that are similar, and then suggests a price range where you've made money effectively. So even if you're going for the low value jobs, but you need to give a quote, you never know which ones you're going to win. This makes it so easy. I'm talking about maybe your Facebook marketplace ones, any architects who look at this, you'll know the clients. But even if you can just send them out, you might not win, maybe 9 out of 10 you're going to lose. But if it gets to a point where it only takes you a minute, then you may as well quote for them. You don't have to feel overwhelmed anymore. Anyway, waffling on. So that's the new jobs. This is the old jobs. So what I've done is I've used AI to create me a fictional situation where it's a job. This is as if I was coming over to Tile. So you're on a different system. You're using pen and paper, Excel, whatever it is you use to track your system, your project. So this one, it was a job. We had basically it's the email trail from initial quote accepting, producing the drawings, a couple of revisions, submitted for planning, and then that's the stage it's left. So I'm importing this as if it was a job that's live at the moment, just to show you how easy it is to put this into the pipeline anyway. So it's just set up like you would print your Gmail, basically. So that's what we're going to be importing. Get through to the right page. So just to show you a little bit of this then. So this is your dashboard, this is your pipeline. It goes from the initial inquiry all the way through to completion, jobs on hold. And at every stage, there's an SOP, let's go to that one. So just to show you, this is a tile. So this is one of your projects. This is all the information it can. So, once you give it your outgoings, your costs of your business, it works out a cost per hour. And then when you put in your fee quote, it tells you what's your maximum hours you can spend on it before you start becoming unprofitable. So with this, you've got your SOP. So literally tick box before you can go to the other stages. A comms log. So just again, drag and drop messages, copy and paste, just a kind of what I would call a bum coverer. Everyone needs to make sure they log all of the details. So this makes it very simple. You can just drag it in and it keeps a record of it to make sure you're not going to make any mistakes. So enough of that. We're not doing a new one. We're going to do an existing job import. So I'm going to go and just say, this is just a PDF version of that one I've just shown you. Drag and drop, press the button. So what it's doing now, the AI is scraping. So Grout is scraping all the information from there, and it's going to pre-populate the job form. So I'm just trying to make it easy for anyone who's thinking of, this looks like a good system to transition over here without having to spend weeks and months and, days at the lower end putting all the information in. So from those emails I showed you before, this is what it's taken. So name of customer, email address, all of that. It was a rear extension. Obviously, it says there, single story rear extension. And high means obviously that's how accurate the data that it's pulled from there is. Hasn't got a planning date in there for some reason. Invoice, we'll say, they're paid up to date. Got the client contact details there, consultant, which is me, planning officer, it's got their details there. And it does say there that, this is typical of the moment, isn't it? Planning decision deadline was 2024 and we're still waiting for a decision. Yeah, tongue in cheek, that is quite normal at the moment, isn't it? So as simple as that, look, I've been waffling on while we've done it. It's created a new job folder. This is a new tile for this particular project. So just like that, it's imported this. It's given us all the documents and information. There we go, all of that email chain. So that now populates the Grout library and becomes a bit of a reference point for when you get future quote requests. Where are we at? Just showing you what's in here then. So you've got your fee quoted. It's estimated hours there. We wouldn't have done that, but max profitable hours was 42. You could log your invoices, and looking at here, it's already put us into the correct stage. So it's already moved us along the line and we know exactly where we are. We've caught up with the comms, and that's the great thing with this. If I go here, so if I was, say for example, I'm principal within the company and I'm handing this job over to someone, maybe one of my team has left and we just need to catch up on where we are. What we could do is just do a grout summary. It's just what it's doing is scraping the information that's behind there, and it'll provide a brief summary of what's happened, so you can easily pass on this. Imagine, you're not in the office much and you just want to find out what's going on when someone's on holiday. So very quickly, it highlights risks, gaps in information that we're maybe potentially waiting for, and away we go. So let's say a very, very quick overview of the power of this. So we're in planning submission, Maple Grove. If we drag it to approved, this is another great feature. It'll say, well, now is a great time to maybe shout about your planning permission. So a lot of people, when you run a practice, it's one of those things, isn't it? You've got to post on social, but you just don't have the time. You can't think of anything to write. It's a pain, isn't it? And also it's often just, it's left on the business owner, isn't it? What if this could generate, well, what if it can? This can generate you, Grout Social basically, can generate you some posts. So a celebratory post, an educational post, or an authority, a brand building sort of post. We'll go with that one and see what we can get. So it removes the overwhelm. The juniors, the admin, it's all done for them. All they need to do is copy and paste, put a nice picture with it, and there you go. You're keeping relevant and you're keeping visible in the space. So let's see what it comes up with. Scroll down. It gives us free posts. You've got an Instagram one, you've got a Facebook one, and a LinkedIn one. Obviously, each is slightly tweaked differently because there's a different message, there's a different language for each of these platforms. It gives you a little overview, like a top tips, a educational 101 on what to do. And all you do is you just copy and paste that in. There you go, copy to Instagram. You can even create an image. I've got an AI image generator prompt in here. It doesn't generate the images yet, but maybe that'll come in the future ones. So even if you haven't got pictures, you can generate a generic one via a prompt that's written specifically for this post. Again, Facebook, slightly different, slightly wordier, because it's a different way that people present on there, isn't it? A little, educational 101. And there we go, LinkedIn as well, which again is a little bit more business-like, isn't it? So I know I've just got like 8.5 minutes, but this is a really, really powerful bit of kit that we'll be launching soon. I cannot wait to show you all about it. There's dashboards to monitor your financial performance, calendars, actions. There's a planner. So when there's action points, so when you input an email from a planner, for example, it will actually take the urgence, or well, just all of the action points really, and you can assign them to people. So when you put it into your planner, you basically click on this and it'll, well, eventually it's not quite there yet, but it will auto-populate your workflow for your team members for the week. So yeah, imagine, not having to spend Sunday night, Monday morning before everyone gets to work, planning out the week ahead. This could automatically do it. So this is going to save small business owners like me absolutely tons of hours. And if you could spend those hours you're saving doing billable work and the work that you used to enjoy, I'm sure anyone who's done this business lark knows that the deeper you get into it, the less you actually do the work you used to enjoy. So this is hopefully going to reset that balance and give you back the power to do that. So check it out. Go to gettile.co.uk and join the beta, and we'll see you there. Cheers.